Welcome back to the Horse Racing Show. I'm Kenny Rice and delighted to have this man as our first guest today. He is a two-time winning Super Bowl coach with the New York Giants, a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and a horse racing fan and owner, Coach Bill Parcells. Coach, good to talk to you. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome, Ken. Good to be with you.
Now, I think people in the horse racing business certainly know. Maybe football fans don't know really your passion for horse racing, which I think began when you were a kid growing up in New Jersey.
That's correct. My father was a horse racing fan, and every once in a while he would take me to Monmouth Park, and we'd go see the races there, and that's kind of where my first experience was. But you know, when I was young, horse racing was very big in New York, and along with baseball and boxing, and very popular. And so I kind of grew up watching it, not really being involved, but I watched it with interest, and I've been in it, in and out for a long time here now, and I enjoy it very much.
You're probably the only person that ever had, at his induction to the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, I believe you had two of your friends who happened to be horse trainers that you invited to come watch you.
Well, that's true. I'm long-time friends with Shug McGahee, and at that time Gary Siaka was training for me, and so they were both in attendance, and you know, I enjoyed having them there. They've been a big help to me, particularly Shug. He's been a long-time friend of mine, and you know, he's been a big assistance to me in kind of getting underway in this business.
Coach, you've had some horses. You had a horse in the Breeders' Cup this past year at Churchill Downs. You've been in some big races. Is there any comparison to being in a big football game and being in a big race as an owner?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't know what it would be like for someone else. For me, I get the same adrenaline, you know, when they put that horse in the gate and your name's on it. It's just like when they kick the football off in a big game. And I think my problem is I need action. And I've had it all my life. And now my action is golf and horse racing.
Do you get nervous? Do you get as nervous in a horse race as you did when you were on the sideline in a football game?
Well, actually, the fact is I get more nervous at the horse race because in the football game, at least I had something that I could do to help control the outcome. In the horse race, I'm just at the mercy, and so I guess I'm a little more nervous at the horses.
You can't take the jockey out at the 3/8 pole and replace him, can you?
No, I'll stay with him. That's right. You know, it's and you know, you're always anxious from the beginning because you hope your horse breaks well. You hope he, you know, gets in good position. So you know, the entire race is intriguing because there's always something that you're thinking about as the race goes on. And, of course, when they come down the stretch, that's very exciting.
And you have some horses still out on the track. I talked to you before the Breeders' Cup. We talked on the phone. I asked you about 40 Under. Remember, we were all doing research trying to find out the name. I thought it was some scheme that you had, a defensive play or something with the Giants, but it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was it was the price of the horse. We were under budget for a change, and so we named them 40 Under. But I have another horse called 50 Over, so I'm still down 10,000.
What is the thing that you enjoy most when you go to the races? And I've seen you at Saratoga. I know you used to live up in that area, and you go to the races. Is it just the people come up to you and talk about football, I'm sure, as well as the racing part of the whole thing?
Well, yeah, but, you know, I'm there because of the racing. I live in Saratoga Springs in the summer. I'm there for 5 months, and, you know, finally the horses get there, and, you know, I'm pretty much involved with them every day of the meet for sure. And, you know, even into the fall, because I'll go down to Belmont when they move down there, or, you know, if they're running, you know, somewhere else close, you know, I try to go. And so I just like it. You know, it's exciting for me. It keeps my mind occupied. It gives me something to do in the morning. There's always something of interest about the horses, you know, with the workouts and who's getting back to training and who's shaping up ready for the race. There's always things going on. So I have 11 of them currently. 4 of them are 2-year-olds that are just getting ready to get to the track. They're not there yet, but, you know, another couple months they'll be there. So I look forward to that. It's just like having rookie players. You know, you want to see what they can do.
Yeah, a good analogy there, and both in many ways take so many months and years actually of preparation. With a 2-year-old, everybody's optimistic. Could we be thinking Super Bowl winning coach, Kentucky Derby winning owner coming up in 2020?
I don't know that. I wish I knew that.
I do too, Coach.
I certainly am aspiring to win a Grade 1 if I can. I haven't done that yet. I've won the biggest race in New York, and I've won some other stakes, but I haven't won that Grade 1 yet, so that's what I'm looking to do if I can.
Coach, thank you so much for your time, and I think I should have to ask this. Any idea about this Patriots-Rams matchup in the Super Bowl?
Well, you know, football's a funny game. It can go a lot of different ways, and I would just have a hard time going against the Patriots because, you know, they obviously have a very, very experienced quarterback and a very experienced coach. And that doesn't mean everything's going to go well, but I just think all in all, that experience helps you.
Listen, it's been a pleasure. I really appreciate your time, and we'll be rooting for you to get that Grade 1 victory this year, okay?
Okay, thank you, Ken. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Coach Bill Parcells, for being with us. Very special guest and a great guy and a great ambassador for racing. And remember, like us and subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at Horse Racing Show and like our Facebook page. We'll be back with more of the Horse Racing Show after this.